Welcome to Souls, the podcast. This is the very first episode. Here today with me, I have a guest. His name is Christian, and he's a current coach at a local South LA park at Fred's Roberts and
Actually, at Slauson Park.
Slauson Park.
Yeah, it's a Slauson Park. So my name is Coach Chris. I am a coach at Slauson Recreation Center on 54th Street and Compton.
Nice. Tell us a little bit about how or like why is the reason that you began coaching?
I started like two years ago, or actually 3 years ago. I put my youngest son into basketball, and I kind of got. I used to play basketball when I was younger at a middle school named Carver Middle School, which is right there in Vernon. So I have a little bit of history of playing basketball from 6 p.m. to all the way to like 7, 8 p.m. with my good friend Alex. And I wanted my youngest son, to be more involved in sports, so I put him into basketball um, at a Fred Roberts Park. And I've noticed that they needed some type of coaching help. So I signed up for voluntary, went over there to the city of LA, got my fingerprints and all that, and ended up helping them out.
Awesome.
So it was a good experience.
Yeah, I mean, I also recall myself playing sports growing up with friends.
Yeah,
So that's something that I can relate to.
yeah.
Um, the reason of this podcast and like my motivation behind this podcast is that I want to raise awareness in the South LA community, specifically South Central Los Angeles, the recreation parks out here. I feel, and everyone knows that they're underfunded, lack of resources,
And yep.
and I feel like there's not a lot of attention that has been put into this. So thank you for coming to the podcast
Oh,
and
thanks, man. Thanks for inviting
agreeing
me.
agreeing to be a part of this, as this is something that's going to continue to develop with my career as I try to create more awareness to the South LA parks. But talk to me more about this whole coach role that you serve right now.
Mhm.
What is it that you've seen the kids in the community that have been needing most, or what has been helping them as you keep coaching with the sports right now?
Most definitely a coach, like somebody guide them in life. Mostly the kids that would come into our recreation centers, they uh, they want to play ball, but they don't have a place to play ball. You know,
Hmm.
we are located in South Central, so sometimes some recreation centers don't have that that locations where to play ball. So because they want to play inside the gym, um, and sometimes the gym is not open. But
Right.
it it's been a very very fun experience to teach these kids. They come over here to teach them how to play, how to bounce the ball, how to make passes, and yeah, that's what we're trying to teach the kids, how to be independent, how to work as a team, and yeah, pretty much just
Yeah. Has there been any changes in like good and bad that you've seen at the local parks over the years that you've been involved?
yeah. It's been good changes actually.
Okay.
I've seen a couple parks that have been up to date. South Park is one of them. They got a brand new football field.
Yeah.
They got a brand new baseball field.
Yeah.
Fred Roberts Park. They got a new soccer field. The one in Slauson, where I'm at right now, we got a new field as well, soccer and baseball field. So I am seeing that um, there is being some type of improvement going on, but we still need a lot more.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a good step that we're taking, and yeah, man, I think we're going in a positive way.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds so positive. Like just seeing how South Park being one of the parks that has had a bad
Yeah,
reputation
definitely. Yeah,
growing up in the area.
51st Park. Yeah,
Yeah, it's on 51st and Avalon, right?
right.
Yeah,
Yep,
and
yep.
I believe that I myself have been seeing all the changes that have been coming to the park, and I think it's a It's a very good thing, especially for the youth that's coming up.
Mhm.
It's a way
Yeah.
to empower them and show them that it's possible to not only do good academically, but also chase their dreams if they have the right resources, right?
Right. Yep.
When it comes to athletes or their athletic career. And I do like that there's involvement. I've noticed that there's involvement with like having even girls in the
Yeah.
teams. Can
Yeah.
you
So
elaborate more on that? Like
yeah.
I've
So it's
noticed that.
girls play. It's called GPLA. So it's girls play LA too, and there's also female sports, and some females also can play with the males in the sport. So for basketball, there's young girls that play in the team as well. And yeah, man, they show heart. They show heart on the sport, man. In basketball, there's two females there that they know how to ball, man, and they also play on the all girls league.
Mm,
So yeah, man, the GPLA is a good program for the
good
females
program.
too. Yeah.
Um,
So
Now that I talked to you, talked to us a little bit about like what you've been currently involved with, and like the South LA parks and the community, and you as being a coach. Um, has there ever been like a time where you see kids bringing up like the term sneakers, and how does that come about? I do notice that they wear a lot of Kobe's, like the basketball
oh yeah,
players.
yeah,
We do know that Kobe was like the face of LA, still is, most
yeah, yeah.
likely. Is there anything that you see kids being passionate about, both like sneakers and sports?
Definitely, man. So basketball is a really big. Um, I think it has a big role on sneakers just because of Kobe, and we got other good basketball players that they also have their own sneakers, their own shoes. For example, LeBron James, and
Hmm.
but I do see a lot of people having the the passion for the Kobe shoes, and
Hmm.
you see the Grinches, and then you see the reverse
The reverse
Grinches, and
Grinches.
then but I also see a bunch of kids who they play the style that they have on, like for example, like I see a guy that plays just like Kobe because he has the Kobe shoes. So his mindset is
Hmm.
like the Kobe mindset. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I'm wearing his shoes, so let me be
Yeah.
him. Let me play like him. And there's another kid where he has the KD shoes, and then he balls like KD. He has
He
his
feels
own
like
style.
he's
He
like
feels like it.
KD,
So
right?
so there's this kids where they play like their role model. Like
Right.
like their icon.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of influence on sneakers in basketball. Um, and yeah, man, I do see that. Definitely, I see that.
I, I do find that interesting of how these kids are not only sharing a little bit about themselves through their expression of sneakers and like their style, but it,
Mhm.
it also like kind of lets you know the type of style that they play with, and I find that very interesting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And because I myself have seen some players with like mellows and
Yep,
and
yep,
these crazy colorways, and I see how they apply that to their game.
yep. They
Um,
do.
I see it all the time, and it's just very impressioning to me.
Yeah.
What do you What do you wish more people understood about the condition of the parks of South LA? Like, what is there something that you would want people to understand about these parks? Whether like there being a lot of talent, whether being a lot of like talent that is not recognized.
Right,
What do you want people to know about these parks going forward? And you being a coach, like,
right.
what is it about that?
So most definitely, I want people to know that in parks there is talent. There is kids out there who are very talented since they were little. Since they are little, they're growing very talented. Um, it's just time, an opportunity to have more resources for them,
Mhm.
so they could strive more in that talent.
Like having like a resource of having like a push, huh? Like
Yeah, having
a
more programs,
guidance.
more programs, more available during the whole year.
Mm,
Um, now that I'm more involved in the parks, um, here in South Central LA parks, you stop your peak is at 14, 15. Because by that time you start high school.
Right.
And then in high school, you go into your sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basketball, football, which were no longer you're late because of the year you were born. You can't
Right.
qualify to play in the parks. So I want to do that type of a program where I want the parks still have a program where the kids could come, even if they're in high school, they could still come to the park and play games.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, play, be in a team of basketball, be in a team of football,
Yeah.
and that's what I want the people to see too.
That's very interesting, and I have to agree with that. I remember growing up
Because you know
playing.
what? There's some high schools that don't have sports.
Yeah.
Like there's a high school, it's Animal Pat Browns. They don't have like a football field. They don't have a baseball field. They actually have to go look for a
Yeah.
field that will they will maybe they have to rent it. So I want to be part of that. I want to bring it up, pitch them that idea of maybe we could have a resource or a program where kids in high school have the opportunity to join the park and make a league
Right.
in the park. That they're
Right.
more than welcome to come in.
Most definitely. I myself played high school football for one of the schools you mentioned, Animal Pat Brown. Yeah, I was class of 2010, and I remember we didn't have a field. We had to combine with Animo Jackie Robinson because
Right,
they had a field,
right, right, right,
and
right,
it was like something new, but we were all excited that we're gonna like be a part of this big team, right?
right,
And yeah, I know that's something that still lives vividly in my memory, and I do like the idea of just having like leagues with just like you said, like with elders, right? Like
right,
after they, because you top at age of 15, but being able to come back, like let's say for whatever reason you don't want to play in your high school team,
right.
you will always have a team at your local parks, right? And the community that has built
Yeah,
you and shaped you
right.
to the person you are today, right?
And then,
Because
then that's what I'm looking for. I want the kids to don't leave.
yeah,
After a certain age, I don't want them to leave. Like I want them to keep coming to the park,
right,
keep being involved in the community that they're in. Because sometimes there's, like I said, their high school is not. They don't provide them that sport, so then they end up going elsewhere. They end up going. And South Central is very easy to um, go somewhere else.
yeah,
To focus your stuff more on something else.
get involved in
Get involved in
gangs
gangs, get
and
involved in drugs. So, and especially in South Central where you don't have that guidance, you're easy to go to that down
that route,
that route.
of course.
So after the 14, 15-year peak that the park no longer uh, you're no longer allowed to play in there. That's where I want to build a program.
Right,
Where you
right.
could come in and just keep going, keep showing your talent, keep playing basketball, football, and then still be involved with the community. And then hopefully when they get older, once they turn adults, they could actually be part of the park,
Right,
part of the community,
right.
and then keep going the routine. So
Yeah.
that's what I want to pitch to the city.
What do you think as a community of I myself, I'm a hardcore sneakerhead. I know you like sneakers as well. I've seen some of your collection. But what do you think as a community of like sneakerheads, people that just have a passion for sneakers, people that have a passion for sports, um how can they actually like do and make an impact in this topic of empowering South LA parks, empowering the youth? How can the community, how can the person that's watching this video right now uh, contribute to the success of the youth sports programs in South LA?
So basically, just show up to one of the parks. Show up to one of the parks, and then if you have a talent, some type of talent, either basketball or football, just come down and help the younger cats. The younger kids help us out. To show us how to dribble, how to play, show us how to cut in. They could be a big influence on the kids on the court, knowing that they're also sneakerheads. They
Right.
could be like, oh look, he got some Kobe's too. You know how to play ball? Then they come in and they start
Yeah.
balling up. There's a lot of things once you see somebody's shoes. Like I don't know if you ever seen like you walking by and you see somebody with the shoes and you tell them, oh, you just
Right.
give them that look, like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
You or you dap them up
yeah,
like,
you dap
yeah,
them
man,
up.
those
You're
are
like, hey, because there's like that language where you
Yeah, of
understand each other,
course.
and then just you could just come over to the park, and then they see you with your shoes. The Kobe, oh, he's a baller. He plays ball,
Yeah,
and then you ball up. So yeah, man,
it's a
that's
good
a
feeling, huh?
yep.
Yeah. If you could design a community or like an event that celebrates like sneakers, sports, and parks, and just like the LA culture, like what would it look like? Like what do you envision with that? Like if you were to coordinate an event or events for the community, like how would that look?
I'll definitely get involved. The most of the brands,
Brands like
like
Nike and
like
stuff like
Nike,
that,
New Balance, places, that those. That's how I vision it. I'll see Nike,
right? Do, of course. Do you think these brands, like them being like the powerhouses of athletics, and of course, when you see anything Nike, it just gives it like this great like a stamp, right? Like
right?
it's
It's
official,
like official thing.
like it's
Yeah,
good, right?
yeah,
Like it's so do you think that has like an impact in what like the people that are involved in the event, like do you think that has an impact?
yeah, yeah. Most definitely. For example, when we go to All Star Weekend on baseball and basketball, um, Nike's one of the sponsors. New Balance is one of the sponsors. So when you see that, like you said, that stamp, and it's like it's an official event, like, oh,
Yeah,
then the kids like see it, and then they get it super excited, like, oh, we made it to All Stars,
right.
where Nike is here, and New Balance is here, and then that stamp, that Nike brand, and that New Balance is it's like a good feeling for the kids to see,
Yeah,
'cause all their heart and effort goes to that moment, the All Star Week.
of
So yeah,
course.
bro, I think it's has a good impact.
That's a good impact, definitely. Um, did you want to share with us a little bit more about your current role as a coach? Can you share like the
Hmm.
ages that you're coaching right now, and how has that helped you as a person moving forward?
Yeah, yeah. So I am a coach. I'm currently coaching at Slauson Park Recreation Center on 54th Street in Compton. I coach for the minors and junior league base basketball league there. We are right now in a program where it's uh, SNL, which is Saturday Night Lights.
Hmm.
So you guys are more than welcome to come in. I think it's gonna be uh, whole August, and right now July and August is gonna be the SNL,
Hmm.
where we're gonna have free food, jumpers. There's gonna be a basketball league.
Hmm.
There's also a soccer league, and everybody is welcome to join. Everything's absolutely free. So that's one of the things that we have going on right now. I coach like minors and juniors, from 9 to 10, and then 11, 12, 13 is where around the ages where I train.
Okay. Yeah.
And it has helped me a lot, bro. It has helped me a lot, and not only to be, my son also plays in the major league. I'm glad that I'm his coach, um, and I get to. It helped me a lot because I see, as a father figure, it has helped me to understand kids his age more. I'm not. I get to understand them more. I get to be more like a better role model for him and his teammates.
Of course.
So I get to understand them a little better, be a little bit more patient with them. Um, yeah, man. And then the younger kids, the minors, they're just fun, man. They're just
Yeah.
fun to go around. How to teach them how to bounce from how to dribble with one hand, how to dribble with the right, and then with the left. How to cut in, and it's just been fun overall, bro. It's been fun.
Is there anything that keeps you hopeful about these South LA parks? Like, what keeps you hopeful about these parks?
Hopefully they keep improving. They're
Okay,
doing a good job. They are improving, slowly but surely. But I just want them to keep doing good for the community and for the kids.
of course.
And most of these LA parks are sponsored by Clippers, so you do have good basketball courts right now.
Yeah,
Sponsored by
shout out to Los Angeles
shout out
Clippers.
to Clippers. And yeah, man, they're improving, and my hope is for them to keep improving, keep helping out the community,
Keep helping out the youth,
the
right?
youth.
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
At the end of the day, I like to think about it as paying it forward. I live with that
yeah,
somebody has done something good for me, and it's always like you're in charge of always trying to pay it forward to the next person
yeah,
that you could try to like better, right, better in life. And
yeah,
if even like you said, if it's a little bit of like showing how to
yeah,
get kids to like know how to dribble, not double dribble when it comes to
exactly.
basketball or even soccer, like
Just the
showing them how to
fundamentals
properly
of
kick.
basketball,
Yes, the fundamentals.
And then coming from South Central myself, born and raised in
Born and
South
raised.
Central,
Yeah.
it's good seeing these parks from when I was going them
Yeah.
to now.
Yeah. We couldn't go to
It's a
these
lot.
parks.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Of
It's a lot
course.
different.
Yeah.
And that's what I want for the parks to continue going to the right direction. Because back in my days, you couldn't go to 51st Street Park,
Yeah.
or you couldn't go to 41st
Right.
Park, which
Of
is
course.
Gilbert Lindsay.
Yep.
And back in the days, I didn't even know the real names. I just knew the street names.
Yeah. That's
So
how people
so
will call him
51st Street,
by the street.
it will be 51st Street Park, but I had no idea it was called, South Park, you know.
Gilbert Lindsay.
So Gilbert Lindsay,
Yeah.
I had no idea that it was called, well, for example, 41st Street
Yeah.
is actually Gilbert Lindsay. I didn't know it was Gilbert Lindsay. I just thought it was 41st Street Park.
Yeah.
But it's just, back in my days, you couldn't go to those parks, because it was a little bit.
Is there thank you so much for taking the time to be a part of this first episode.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Thank you for
Thank you.
believing in the vision. Thank you for sharing your story. Of course, there's more to it, and
Definitely,
we
bro.
could keep talking. But before we wrap this episode up, I just want to thank you for being a part of it and for showing your wisdom on how has like coaching empowered you, empowered the kids, and how these South LA parks are. It's a beauty, right? It's a
Yeah,
beauty
definitely.
within its own struggle, right? And this is what this podcast is all about, like showing the world that there's beauty in this struggle, and then there's beauty in South Los Angeles parks,
Yeah, yeah,
and a
there
lot of
is.
talent.
There is. Yeah.
So definitely want to leave you off with that. I want to leave the audience off with that. But is there any final shout outs or to the people watching? Is there anything you want to share? Any motivation, any advice, anything that you live by that you want us to know?
Yeah, man. So I want to thank you, man. Thank you for bringing me to this podcast, the first one you said.
Yeah.
So hopefully, best of luck for you to keep going. Hopefully, it's just many, many more to come. Wish you the best of luck. Shout out to Slauson Park. Shout out to Fred Roberts Park. Shout out to 51st Street Park, which is South Park, and Gilbert Lindsay. You guys are doing amazing. Come on down to Slauson. We have the Saturday night lights right now. You guys are more free to come. And yeah, man,
Thank you.
I go by a quote says, don't stress what you can't change. Or don't stress what you can't, you can't change. You can't power it over. So just live free, have fun, enjoy the day by day, and then you should be fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Again, guys, Coach Chris,
Appreciate you guys.
thank you for having you.
Thanks,
Appreciate
man.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.